Michael Phone is like a sound tester who got like zapped with radiation and turned into a superhero who uses sound powers. In the year 2022, Jonathan Michael Phone.
Why does he go by his middle name? My favorite thing ever is when one of you farts or something, and I turn it up really loud in the recording so everybody hears it.
That's my favorite thing, too. I'm going to sync again on start in 3, 2, 1.
Now, what if we start on quit game, and then we can sync on turning off the Xbox?
I'm going to sync on resume, now that we had a clown in here in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I had a question for everybody.
Okay.
Did we figure out if we can go in this room yet or not? Because we're on sequence 7 now.
I think we have to wait till sequence 8, don't we?
I thought there wasn't a sequence 8. I thought this was the end.
Oh, I don't know. Nate, look it up.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Nate, look it up.
Let me look it up.
Nate, look up my nudes. Nate,
I am already looking at those.
look up illicit pictures of me.
Speaking of illicit pictures,
Oh, okay.
so I have a lot of
Illicit pictures?
interesting pictures on my phone.
Are they of underage people?
No, they're
Okay,
of
that's good.
drawings.
Okay,
They're
that's
of drawings.
good.
Um,
What are you talking about the other day?
so when we went
Wait, this guy changed... Wait, this guy changed his password. Look.
Oh,
Look, when I
Whoa.
sit down, he should have left a whoopee cushion here, too. Like,
that's really
just sit
funny.
down. No, I try and go in, enter password. He changed it.
wow.
He knows.
Wow.
He knows.
Well, yeah, because there's a camera right there.
What?
It's like 17.
That's really funny.
What?
Why is Desmond like, oh man, I'm going to get his
Okay,
computer?
I don't know why you're like angry and upset. We're clearly in an alternate history since we're looking out the West Tower right now. So I don't get why you're like angry at me here.
So basically, we went to the post office because we bought a PO box for my business and like for some channel purposes.
Yeah.
And the guy who was an employee there,
It was to get a bunch of
Illicit pictures?
yeah,
Okay.
the guy who was an employee there, he didn't really know how to do the PO box thing because I think he'd never had to do it before. So he didn't understand like what I was trying to tell him. So I took a picture of the order on my phone and I gave him my phone, and he was like, "Oh, I accidentally scrolled away from the picture. Let me go back." And I'm
no.
pretty sure he saw something he shouldn't have.
Oh no, oh no.
He didn't say anything.
I know, but I literally had a picture right next to it of like a character from a video game with her pussy out. I'm not kidding.
What character was it? I didn't know about this.
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay,
which
well, you're looking
character.
that up.
I don't look at illicit
Let
images.
me read this to you. What
Okay.
memory block are we on?
7. It's called Paradise.
Did we do that?
Wait, no. We're on memory block 6. We're on memory block 6.
Okay. So it says, so after memory block 7 is the next thing. There's an email from Lucy in his deleted items dated September 7th. And it contains the code to the conference room door, but we can't get into his email.
Oh no! It wasn't a picture of a pussy. Do you want to know what it was?
Yes.
Oh no! He saw this.
I recorded
That is even worse.
I recorded a picture or video on Jill's phone of my stomach, pretending to make it talk as a joke because she was sleeping, and I wanted her to see it when she woke up.
Oh
So it's after memory block 7.
So yeah, I mean, supposedly, unless there's...
no! That or he saw this.
Oh wait, here's the problem. We're on the wrong profile.
This is also a picture he could have seen, possibly.
Well, that's a wholesome one.
That's a wholesome.
That's fine.
That's of us and our cats. All right, well,
We're gonna
I
assume
hope
he saw the
stomach
wholesome one.
I hope he saw the stomach one because I have literally no shame and I find it really funny.
I thought he saw Princess Peach with a in. I'm not gonna lie.
Where's that picture though?
That-
For like scientific purposes,
yeah, can we
can
take a
I
look
see
at
that
that?
picture?
That picture isn't in my favorites,
What-
but it's
why?
in my.
Why?
It's
Yeah,
in,
why?
It's in my normal library, so that's why I thought he saw
Why
it.
isn't that in your favorites though?
Yeah, what's the problem
You
here?
have to scroll pretty far to find this picture.
Yeah, what is going on?
It's this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, if I was him, I'd wish I saw that.
Yeah.
He was like, "You have any pictures of Princess Peach with a on your phone?" I I mean, where's your confirmation number? Here's what I think happened. On mine, I was locked out of his email, right? And I hadn't gotten into the conference room.
Okay.
So I think that I had done it wrong on my profile, and now we're going to do it right on this one. This is my chance to fix my mistakes.
This is your chance to redeem yourself. What memory block are we in?
We are in a memory block...
6.
Yeah, we're...
Okay, so yeah, we can't do anything.
Isn't this where we talk to Malachi?
We might, yeah.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
I kind of wish that we had saved this random picture of this, and that the mail guy had seen this.
Can I see? Oh my gosh.
It is a hot version of the xenomorph from Alien.
Oh no. You can send that to me.
Is there any Rule 34 of Malik?
You can send that to me. Well, what happened here? Look at this. Perfect game. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did.
I did want to mention, have you noticed in almost all of these cutscenes where we talk to somebody, they're like,
Some
hey,
idiot is turning the camera different ways? No, I
no,
haven't.
no. They're like, hey, why are we doing this again? And Altair is like, Al-Mualim told me to do it, so he must have his reasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what the whole game is, oh, I'm doing what Al-Mualim told me.
Yeah, and everybody just kind of goes along with it, and I find that really interesting, actually.
Yeah, isn't
Because
that a
it's
good
like,
thing?
that guy's not a good person.
Well, but
Well, I
they
don't know
know
about
that.
that.
Allegedly.
Also, he is
In your
Middle
opinion?
Eastern, so he is a good person.
Okay, that makes sense.
Watch this. So if you do low profile, I never knew this, and then you basically mash X when you get to them, you can do it without them catching you. Wait, is this a beggar I can throw? Because I need some achievements for doing that.
How many beggars do you have to throw?
Nah, not enough.
Okay. I'm always into throwing beggars.
Did we talk last time about... It's Becca's, please, until you're in the past.
Sorry.
Did we talk last time, by the way, about how stupid it is when anyone has any criticisms of this game, and people say, well, you're just not good at it?
I think
Yes.
we did, yeah.
We did talk about
Yeah, I think we did talk
Either we
about it. but
talked
we can
about
talk
it or we made a
again.
whole video on it.
I don't know if we made a whole video on it.
Oh.
Hey! You don't push me. I'm the guy in the white robe.
You know,
There's a whole movie about me. I
and you
didn't.
got hit
You're
there.
just bad at the game.
I didn't do a 12. Yeah, you know what? So actually, do you want to know why I'm kind of bad at some games that we record? Genuinely.
Because
you're
you play a
old.
lot of other games.
Because I'm old.
Because you're old.
Sorry, I was dying laughing. It's because I play like 12 games at a time
Right.
for footage. And so then every time we turn this on, I have to get used to the combat again.
Right, yeah.
And it's not actually easy to get used to a game in like 5 minutes for me.
I don't know, I think
That
this is
quickly.
the most mediocre beginner footage of Assassin's Creed 1 I've ever seen, personally. You're really like a total noob here. And if you're not Jesus Christ at this game, then you shouldn't be talking about it at all.
That's a good point.
Can I bring up a point? I don't know if I've already brought this up in the past before, but I'm going to say it again.
Is the game too loud, by the way? For
No.
everybody? No? No?
No.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
I don't understand why saying you're bad at the game is a valid criticism of you having a criticism of the game. Like, I don't get that. Why do people find that a valid criticism?
Which, by the
Like,
way,
the
that
thing
didn't
is-
work right.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I could be the worst Assassin's Creed 1 player of all time, and if I beat the game, right? Like, let's say I'm at least good enough to beat the game.
Right.
You can at least have criticisms of the game. Your skill level, unless you are just, like, the worst player to ever exist, and you cannot beat the first mission.
So you're saying you're a games journalist?
Well, yeah. Right, yeah. But I'm just saying,
Other
like...
than my few friends who are games journalists, you guys are the good ones.
Right. I'm just saying, like, How come the top 1% of players, according to people online, are the only people that get to have any criticism of the game? It's just like, oh, well, yeah, you said something negative about it? Well, you're bad. So therefore, it doesn't matter.
To be fair,
What are you talking about? What does that matter?
they'd probably say that about somebody reading a book. They'd probably be like, well, you took over a week to read this book, so you're not allowed to criticize it.
We have
Are you stuck?
I got stuck. So that's another problem with the game is if you get too close.
Whoa!
Oh, my. Look,
Perfect game.
Laganita.
Laganita!
Laganita!
Work its way out.
They'd say your criticism was
Got my
invalid
colors.
on anything that they like, and just
Yes.
tell you you're bad at it,
Yeah.
no matter what it is, even
And-
if it's a board game.
But the thing is, I don't understand that.
This is why I
Because
don't
they're
like.
stupid and they have no good comeback.
This is why I don't like. Now, the Smash community is the perfect example.
Yes.
Of this. The Smash community, it'll be like, well, on the third Tuesday of the month, you didn't know that Palutina's puss has like a slightly larger flap on one side, which allows her to have a weird jump angle that can do this one downward move. And because you haven't been utilizing that move to turn her into an S tier competitive character, I don't want to hear your criticism of how Piranha Plant shouldn't be in the game. It's like, okay, well, back in the day, we would have told you to do something to yourself now that would regard you exiting the planet. But because that's now no longer in terms of service, I'm just going to say you're a loser.
Right.
How about that? Like, it's so weird to me. This is why I hate the fighting game community. Are you raising your hand to talk? Or are you...
Oh, no, I was just scratching.
I thought maybe I was going on like a rant and you were like, hey, can you shut up? That's my turn.
No.
Woman power or whatever.
Yeah, it's just, it's a dumb argument.
Do I really have to talk to him again?
Can we skip
A
it?
scent of
No.
success about you, brother.
Malik, I'm having a seizure. Well, this time I never told you I was gay.
To be fair, though, if he
Want a
plays
kiss?
if he plays Forza for Horizon 5, he can just have a better arm.
That's a good point.
Wait, can we close the app again so I can see the cutscene?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
If I was to do that, I would be having too much fun.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the funny thing to me is if you ever have a criticism of a game, actually, it wouldn't matter how good you are at it. I could be the best player in the world, and there would be people who said, well, actually, I didn't have that experience, so you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So
Like,
it just doesn't matter.
your
And
skill level has no, it has no importance to your criticism of the game.
I actually don't even care if you're a game developer. If
No.
you were the developer of the game, and you tried to defend that game just crashing right there, it's still dumb.
Right.
I don't care what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't matter. It's still dumb. It's still a dumb argument and, like, place to put your foot down. Especially when there's plenty of places that this game should be given credit. Now, I would also understand going after someone criticizing it if they were just the biggest, I don't know, I don't want to say hater, but I guess maybe that is the right word in this case, where, like, everything the game does is bad.
Yeah.
And they're just like, a game bad, no matter what, game
And they're
bad.
being unfair about it.
Yeah, and being not genuine about their criticisms and stuff, and it's just anything the game does is horrible. Mm-hmm. Okay, well then, can I throw this guy? Is this a harasser? Well, at that point, it's like, okay, I get it. You're just basically shitting on the game to make people upset. And you clearly have a huge bias and you can't enjoy anything.
Right.
But I think it's really funny to me when we make a video, I think you and I made a video, Nate, talking about how good Assassin's Creed 1 actually is.
Oh, you're
and-
right on that. Nice.
And basically, you and I made a video talking about how special this game is in a lot of ways because of what it kickstarted, how interesting it is, how it paved the way for a lot of other assassination type games and stealth games.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to say anything we don't like about it, though. It's only okay when we say what we do like.
Well, yeah,
That's my thing with these people is, it's always, oh, you like something about my favorite thing? Cool, I'm here to listen. One thing you don't connect with? No!
You're bad. You're awful at the game.
I really didn't connect with that jump into the hay barrel.
Wow, well then you must be
wow.
terrible.
I am, actually.
Maybe you should
thank you.
self-delete.
I should.
Well, that's the thing. It's so weird to me. And again, it's that same thing with the Smash Bros. Community where it's, you can say, hey, I'm not really a big fan of the balancing on Mario. Mm-hmm. And someone would go on some 32 thing about how you can do invincibility frames to get this one thing at high level play, and how if someone's playing as Pac-Man on the third Tuesday of the month,
Right.
they can do this other thing and you can be better than them at it. And it's like, yeah, but that's not relevant because one, I understand there's going to be people better at the game than me, but two, I'm still allowed to have an opinion.
I need to blow my nose.
We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majduddin, taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Amen.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for it seems one stands among us. He mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward that God's justice might be...
Wait, did they all turn to us?
Somebody would be like, you know, I just beat this whole game without getting seen, even in the cutscene where it was mandated that you get seen.
That's really funny.
You can't have an opinion on the game.
Also, my favorite thing, too, is people who do, like, challenge runs who will be like, well, I beat the whole game by just using unhanded or unarmed, so what's your problem?
Right.
Without getting hit. And it's like, I'm sorry you don't have a job. I don't know what to tell you.
I do want to say, I think it's really funny that you were the only person in the crowd wearing an outfit like that, so they all turned to you and they were like, it was you!
Well, yeah, it's quite obvious. Well, I will say, like, there are times where I get it. Like, for example, if I turn on the first Dark Souls game...
I mean, to be fair, I'm not
And-
doing very good right now.
Well,
Okay, Jill keeps yanking the headphones. That's why I'm doing badly. Can you just stop?
there's like someone shooting at you.
I know, so that's why I don't really remember what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, there he
if
is.
I'm supposed to take out the snipers first or what, but that's what we're going to
Well,
do.
did you read all the info? Wow. The game has it right there for you.
That's true, that's a good point.
Why didn't you just read it? Why don't you study up? Why don't you study the map? This guy's not going to let you do that. Even if you're praying, he's still going to attack you.
What? But I'm praying!
He's an atheist.
Oh, well, that
I
he deserves
actually
what he got.
studied the real map of this entire country before playing this game.
What do you think about that? Who's bad now? Oh, okay.
Wait, there's another one. There he is. Oh, great. Now there are two of them.
So I'm not making fun of this person in particular because they were not a dick. So hear me out.
Okay.
But there was one person in the comments who was like, you know, I just beat this whole game only countering with the hidden blade.
Impressive. Most
And
impressive.
that's cool. That's great. But that doesn't mean anybody else's criticisms of the game don't apply just because you decided to put an arbitrary challenge on yourself that you put on yourself.
Well, also,
Right.
if you don't have footage of it, it's hard to believe that you actually did that, too.
Even if you do, I don't
So now
care.
you're calling them a liar?
Well, no, I'm not calling him a liar, but I could
Well-
go on an account right now and comment on a video and be like, yeah, I used my penis to use the joystick on the controller the entire game, but I beat it. And people wouldn't believe me, so...
That's a good point. It's a really good point.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's very believable.
Well, anyone can say anything on the internet. That is
That's my point. Anyone can say anything.
I
So,
also
like,
don't.
is it really all that valid?
I also don't think any developer expected you to beat the game without getting hit.
Right.
No.
Do
Well, that's
you?
not the
Do you
point
guys
of the
think they
game.
did?
No. So why is that a challenge run? I mean, if you want to do it, fine. But I'm saying, why is that like the expectation for having a criticism?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't know.
if they expected you to not get hit at all, they wouldn't have made the health bar go up.
And also, I will admit, I'm not perfect at this game's combat. I'm probably the worst at this game's combat out of all of them. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this.
Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm not, but I also think that isn't what determines who gets to have a criticism.
Well, yeah, and what I was saying before is I think the only times I can actually understand it, like, for example, if I put in Dark Souls 1, and let's say I keep dying to the first boss of the game, and then I delete the game and don't ever play it again, and then I enter into conversations and be like, I have a lot of opinions on Gwyn. Like, and at that point, it's like, well, why should we believe you? You couldn't even beat the first boss.
And then I died. I was trying to do a throwing knife.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
So I think at that point, sure. But if you're good enough to beat the game, then you can have opinions on the game.
So also, maybe I'm mean, but there are certain things people tell me they do that I don't find impressive. I find them more like, why?
Like that?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, it's like that just doesn't sound fun.
I don't want to make fun of you. Like, you can spend your time however you want.
But it feels like a waste of time to me.
Yeah, it seems to me like something where I'd rather go outside and make a friend, or maybe...
or play some other game.
Or play another game at the very least.
Oh, jeez.
If you press B when they do that with right trigger, you can usually...
like, create something of your own, or
No.
talk to people, or feel grass, or go shopping.
I don't want to feel grass.
Okay. See the sunlight.
Are you enjoying playing this part?
I am, yeah, very much so.
Nice, good job.
What?
Perfect game.
That guy's dog, after not being fed for 3 days because his owner is just busy playing this game. Ruff, 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 ruff.
That's the thing I don't get is people will say stuff like, well, I beat all of Dark Souls at level 1.
It's like...
Cool. Cool. Yeah, you're clearly good at the game. Have you tried playing anything else?
Have you tried taking a shower?
Like, okay,
press the wrong button.
Let me try it again. I just needed to
Take a break.
chill.
Well, I'm just saying, I feel like people like that are sitting in that, like, Fortnite battle bus chair where, like, it has the hole in it with the Home Depot bucket.
There's battle bus
There's
chair.
a Fortnite Battle Bus chair, and I don't have it.
No,
Can we get the Fortnite
somebody
battle
made it up. There's a meme on the internet where, like, this guy has, like, a folding chair that has a hole cut into it so he can shit into a bucket, and it also has a tube so he can put it on his penis so he can pee into the bucket.
And this is not a thing I can buy.
And so that way he can continuously play Fortnite without having to get up.
What if we kissed on the Fortnite battle bus chair?
That's hot.
What if we kissed the Fortnite Battle Bus?
Would you
know-
buy a bus and renovate it to look like the Fortnite battle bus?
Yeah.
I would do that.
You know what my favorite thing is in Fortnite when we play, the bus comes and gets me, and then a separate bus that's a little shorter comes and gets Jill.
Hey!
and then she shows up at the island too. Whoa, was that a racial slur?
What?
Why was there a child in the microphone?
I don't know. I feel bad for doing this, but at the same time I don't. Because, like, we're just winning.
That's true. And these
Yeah, like
people
Charlie
deserve
Sheen.
it because they're from a different part of the world than us.
Oh.
But do you disagree?
No.
Okay.
Is this guy just gonna fall infinitely? Like, how many times do we need to stab him
How
in the
much health
face?
does he have?
How many times am I gonna fart?
Fart in the microphone?
I can't. Oh!
Is the guy we're fighting right now the one with the child voice?
Do not. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Okay, finally.
Your eyes before you die.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen, to turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Muallim still holds your treasure, and we've routed your army before. Whatever Robert plans, he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsuf to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order. Well done.
Not 9. 8.
What do you mean?
You were not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I don't need to. You're already too late.
We'll see.
I think we should have killed her.
Well, that's another character development part for Altair, is he kind of stops killing the people he doesn't need to.
That's true.
No,
Like those
I-
interrogation victims.
Yeah, why are you covering your nose, Nate?
Because you literally, like, destroyed your butthole there with a fart.
Yeah, there was like a napalm attack in our
Like,
room.
I feel like I'm in a certain country in 1945.
America?
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
You know, they used to call him Napalm Nate. Did you know that, Jill?
Yeah, it was in an Elden Ring part.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, they, meaning Elden Ring.
They meaning Jonathan Elden Ring.
Jonathan Elden Ring.
I thought his name was like Hayao Elden Ring.
That's Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's Hayao Miyazaki.
Isn't that the same guy who does Dark Souls?
No. I don't know why I said it like that.
No! They may as well be, they've got similar names.
That means they're the same.
Yeah, right?
Well, that guy is.
I don't know. I don't remember the guy who did Dark Souls. For some reason, I can't think of
His
it.
name is also Miyazaki.
Yeah, but I don't remember what his first name was.
I don't either.
Isn't Hayao? Isn't that?
Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, he's the Studio Ghibli guy, isn't
Yeah,
he?
Studio Giblets.
But there's a different Miyazaki who does Dark Souls, but I don't remember what his first name is either.
Hey, I just killed
Oh,
a
you
Templar.
caught a Templar. Nice.
Oh, I kicked that guy in the balls.
Epic. This game's so good. The combat is perfect.
The game is actually good. Do you think the game is bad, Nate?
No.
Genuine question.
No.
Okay.
I
You
think-
just don't like the people who are elitist, weird defenders of it?
Yeah.
You should go look at the tweet I just put up. I want you to actually look at it. It's about what we were just talking about.
I kind of think
Just put
that
up like now.
Yeah.
I kind of think that Nate likes everything about this game except for the combat.
Yeah,
Is that true?
that's actually what
Do
it
you
is.
like the climbing even?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I like literally everything about it except for the combat.
Which I agree with. Hey, there's a flag over there! A flag!
Oh. The flag, I see the flag. It must be grabbed by me.
Okay, let's see.
I got the flag. It was grabbed by me.
Epic.
I
did not see you do that.
I was gonna say that too. We're so funny.
Oh, this was 4 minutes ago.
Do you feel like you got in on the ground floor of an S tier tweet? It's like when you get in on the ground floor of a new internet meme and you get stuck in it.
Like, it's not impressing to me.
Like, am I wrong?
No, that was a good tweet.
Thanks.
I like that one. Quality tweet. 10 out of 10. Hey, I had a question here.
What?
What is one thing about each Arkham game that you think it did the best in the series?
Atmosphere for Asylum. You want worst as well?
Sure, yeah.
Performance on sorry. I got confused for a second. Atmosphere in Asylum is the best.
So you just like the setting and stuff like that? You mean?
Yeah, it's like claustrophobic. You can't
Yeah.
just get away. Why are we talking about Arkham, by the way?
Because I was just playing Arkham Origins.
Oh, okay.
And my mind's been on Arkham.
Okay, so the other best thing for that is probably, or the worst thing is probably the combat. It's just
Yeah,
really basic.
it's a little basic.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time. For now, we must focus on Robert. We may have thinned his ranks, but the man is clever. He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never.
Oh, but they would. And we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict, men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You're the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
Robert was never at the funeral.
Ride to Arsuf and find Robert.
That's Robert.
Best thing of Arkham City would probably be.
I don't think you said worst thing about Asylum.
I did. I said the combat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never
You
mind.
stupid idiot.
Yeah. I was just thinking about
Absolute
Robert.
idiot. Now you don't get to criticize Assassin's Creed anymore because you didn't hear me do my challenge run statement on the third Tuesday of the month.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No,
You're bad at the game.
you don't get to be sorry. You get to suffer. But so best for City. You know, I don't actually. I love City, but everybody thinks it's the best. I actually don't. But
I don't like how short it is.
it's not really that short, Joe.
It's really short.
It's not really that
It's
short.
pretty
It's
short.
about the same length as Origins.
It's pretty short.
Okay. It's longer than Asylum.
It's really short.
It's only shorter than Knight in the entire franchise.
So is that your
Exactly.
least
I feel
favorite
like
one?
the entire franchise should be as long as
No.
Knight.
I think my least favorite might be Knight.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think it has
Huh.
probably the worst story.
That one's my favorite one.
That one's also my favorite.
It's most people's least favorite other than Origins, but I'm glad you two
I really like
because
Knight.
I like Knight. I don't think it was.
So you hate everything about Knight?
I don't think it was as well thought out as the other games.
Is it because you're bad?
That's it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, I think the story has a lot more flaws in it and holes in it that you can kind of nitpick if you really want to. I think that it has really good combat, but I think that it jammed the Batmobile down people's throats instead of just including the Batmobile. I think that it has way too much Riddler crap to the point where it's kind of getting annoying, and I think they really could have gone in our direction and expanded that idea. They could have included characters like Clue Master if they wanted to do more Riddler type stuff instead of just doing Riddler for the entire series.
That's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I was fine with Riddler, because I actually like the Riddler boss fight
Where am I going?
that was in the game. I don't
I
remember.
think just the Kingdom.
One
I
thing,
actually like the Riddler boss fight, and I actually like the orphanage where you can go and do like all those challenges in the rooms and stuff. I thought that was interesting. But I
like
was
that too.
tired of Riddler trophies.
yeah.
Like,
I
I
thought-
just wish the Riddler trophies weren't a thing.
I thought the most annoying thing in that game was the fact that you don't get to see like the ending cutscene if you don't do everything like the Riddler stuff.
Every
And-
single Nightfall thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's really upsetting.
I literally didn't even know that was a thing. And then I went back to the game to like try to platinum it, and I was like, what is this Nightfall protocol thing? And why don't I do this?
Yeah, that's the ending cutscene.
And then
for
I
the
found
game.
out, I didn't do all the Riddler stuff, so I
Yeah.
didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I just looked it up on YouTube because I never finished the Riddler stuff.
See, I really like Arkham Knight a lot, but I also think it has the least fleshed out world for side stuff until they added in Season of Infamy. And I don't think that just saying, well, now it has it, is really a good defense of it. I think the game launched without without enough good side missions.
Yeah.
A lot of side missions are really annoying. Like, go race Riddler's crap on this underground thing with the Batmobile. No, I don't want to.
Yeah, that stuff was fun, like, the first couple times you did it, and then it got annoying.
So that's what I'm saying is I think for me, I still love Arkham Knight, but it has the most things in it that I feel I personally, and honestly a lot of people, but that doesn't really change my opinion either way, didn't really connect with. And I think that Origins would have been a fan favorite, I genuinely think, if it didn't perform like absolute ass on console.
Right.
And that one makes me
Especially
sad.
PS3.
There's a Templar back there.
Do you want me to kill the Templars? I thought you were wanting me to make as much progress in as short a time as possible because you have to leave soon.
Well, I do.
The things I love about Night is I loved that Professor Pig mission.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was good.
I love the Man-Bat mission. I love a lot of the, like, detective things that you do that are kind of like from Origins. Like, when Barbara is taken in the car and then she rolls out and you have to find out what happened
out.
with that. Yeah, she rolls out like an Autobot.
Cool.
Out
And
of her whip.
I really like the fact that you can capture all of the villains in the game and then go see them at GCPD.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool. I love the Joker dialogue, that he's kind of like a ghost in your head the entire game. I feel like that's one of the best inclusions of Joker in the entire series.
I agree. I mean, I think that's the best thing about the game.
I actually personally really liked the Batmobile. At first I didn't like it, and then I started to really enjoy it because I really liked some of the militia missions where you like chase down the guy who's running away from you and you have to kill him and stuff like that.
I think you guys might be misunderstanding. I really like the Batmobile. I just don't like some of the ways it was put in the game.
Well, yeah, I guess for me, I just kind of wish maybe there was a couple less things about it in the game. Like, for example, the Deathstroke boss fight.
I would like to revise, knock him out, not kill him, by the way, because I feel like I'm going to get mean comments now.
Thank you for that.
I don't usually get mean comments on this channel.
That makes sense.
So I wish, like, the Deathstroke fight did not include the Batmobile. I also wish the Arkham Knight one did not include it, too, where you're, like, in, like, that weird drill thing underground, like, running away from the Arkham Knight.
My thing
It's
with
kind of
that,
like, okay, why do we need this 3 times with the Arkham Knight?
I thought it was weird, that entire scene. I wasn't a big fan of it, and I also thought it was weird they called it an excavator, but I'm pretty sure it's just a drill. Because I thought an excavator was like that thing that they have the big scoop on, and you like dig with the ground with it. Because my dad's a construction worker, and he drives excavators.
And
Yeah.
you still got that wrong.
I guess I don't know. Why is this horse like that?
So, I mean, unless it's like something different, I don't know. I kind of thought it was weird they didn't just call it a drill, and I thought it was weird that like Arkham Knight just kept running away from you while you were in this gigantic fucking drill, and it was like somehow one of the hardest parts in the game for me personally.
I think the boss fights with the Batmobile sucked. They were so stupid.
I
And
agree.
honestly, that's my thing. So I don't feel this way about any other game. Like even in City, where the boss fights aren't perfect, or Asylum, I didn't really find them annoying. I really found some of the fights annoying in Night, where it would be things where I would have a better idea for how to have executed the fight than somehow Rocksteady did, and I don't understand. So
Yeah.
it's in story 10 years later, things like I went the
I
wrong.
guess you have to turn around.
I'm getting confused. So in the universe, you know how in Origins you fight Deathstroke and stuff?
Yeah.
And now it's
It was
like
amazing.
10 years later, he's back and he wants vengeance and stuff, and it sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, they only jam him in after you beat Arkham Knight. So if you were to do most of the Arkham Knight side missions, and I mean the character, not the game, if you were to do most of the side missions for that character and the collectibles and militia stuff, then when Deathstroke shows up, it doesn't really even matter because there's no militia left for him to command.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's really situational depending on how much of the game you've beaten, if it even matters if he shows up. And even when it does, it also doesn't matter to a point because he shows up and then you just fight him in a tank and that's it. There's no hand-to-hand. There's really nothing to the fight. It's probably the most disappointing encounter in the entire franchise,
I would like
say.
to say,
Well,
though,
yeah.
I liked some of the stealth stuff with the Batmobile for that encounter, and I wish it was done in a different encounter than Deathstroke, if that makes sense.
They did it earlier on in the one with Arkham Knight sending the Cobra tanks after you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that was fun.
I
like
liked the
that.
stealth part. I just feel like Deathstroke should have had like an actual boss fight where you like actually fight him. You know? And I felt like that was really disappointed. I felt like you should have also gotten a part in the game where you could legit fight Scarecrow, because it felt like he was mostly just a character in cutscenes to me.
I think Arkham Knight, I think one of the reasons why I still love it but don't think it's quite as good as some of the other ones is I think it has a little bit of the Spider-Man 3 treatment where they were trying to wrap up so many things and include so many characters, and some of them got ignored. That's why Season of Infamy had to exist, because there were 4 main Arkham villains that had to get ignored in the main story of Knight because there wasn't enough room.
I think it was not a great decision to have Jason Todd be a brand new enemy in this game. I feel like they could have included him, but had Arkham Knight be a villain that we'd already established earlier in the series to finish up.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was fine with Jason Todd being in it. It's just, I kind of wish maybe Jason Todd was in other games before this.
Yeah, or
to
in a
then
different
include
role.
him in that.
Because I really like Jason Todd a lot. I'm a big fan of Red Hood. I just wish that most of the game wasn't focusing just on him when we had established a bunch of other characters in the series that needed more fleshing out.
Well, so here's the problem. It has 3 main villains to this game. It has Jason, has Joker, and it has Scarecrow. And it felt to me like lying, because when they first promoted the game, they were basically like, it's Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight.
Oh, jeez.
And even though I love how Joker was included, I kind of think maybe you needed to either ditch Scarecrow or ditch the Arkham Knight in this game. You know, because when you're trying to juggle 3 main villains, that gets a little hard to...
I get a little hard.
Yeah, me too. That gets a little hard to do, you know? It's like, there's a point at which you just can't do that very well, because you're going to hit a point where you have to neglect someone for part of the story.
What if they called it like something different and there was no Arkham Knight in it, and it was just Scarecrow was the main villain, and then like Joker was in his head and stuff?
Yeah, I think that would have been good.
I would have really liked an exploration on Scarecrow in particular, because I found him to be extremely scary and extremely interesting, and I was really disappointed that we didn't get to see more about him.
Yeah, Nate, didn't you feel like they ignored Scarecrow a little bit? I mean, he's in the game, but he's not in it as much as he should be. You only encounter him twice before you beat him.
Yeah.
He talks to you a few times on the radio, but really you bump into him at Ace, and then you bump into him on the Stag airship.
Right.
And that's it, really.
Yeah,
I thought he was
found that
best
very
used in Asylum.
Yeah.
I love Scarecrow in Arkham Asylum. Whoa, jeez. What?
Whoa.
What?
Now, I don't know what he said, but it was offensive.
Oh,
It
whoa.
was offensive.